I will be speaking the last saying of Jesus on the cross. And if I had to take a topic, it would be, now, Father, it is my time. Luke 23:46 says, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, Father, into your hand I commit my spirit. God, I ask you to be with us as we go through this word. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to go through the first 6 sayings. Jesus cried, Father, forgive them, because they don't know who I am. He told the thief next to him, today you have a new home with me. He looked down at his mother and told John, meet your mother. Jesus, in his human mind, said, my God, why have you left me here alone? Jesus, becoming thirsty, and said, Father, I thirst for you. Jesus said, it is now finished on earth. No more pain, no more suffering, and no more crying. But yet still Jesus pressed towards his high calling with these words from the old rugged cross. Father, it is now my time. I give myself to you because I trust you with my life. At that very end of Jesus' life, as he was hanging on the old rugged cross, the sun was darkened and the veil of the temple was torn down the middle. Then Jesus called out with a loud voice, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. Right there, Jesus said to his Father, I trust you. I trust you. When he had said this, he breathed his last breath. Luke 23:46. Jesus demonstrated at this time his trust in his Father and his belief in what he needed to do to save us from a world of sin. I got 2 points, and what the first one says, true love calls for a sacrifice. You must be willing to give up something for nothing to gain what the sacrifice from God has to offer. Let me say that again. You must be willing to gain what the sacrifice has to offer from God in order to receive the gift. God so loved the world that he sacrificed his only begotten Son, Jesus. John 3:16. At this point, the curtain between the holy place and the curtain between the most high holy place symbolized Christ opening the way directly to God. No more priest was needed. We can go to God ourselves. We don't need nobody to go to God for us. Jesus opened the way. At that moment, Jesus standing before his Father as a man, born of a woman, but still all God. He was not helpless, but he was hopeful. In front of all the enemies of all things, Jesus had to humble himself before the world, the whole wide world, but not in shame, but in love for people who did not love him, because they did not understand Jesus' purpose. But Jesus understood his purpose was bigger than the hate that the people had for him, or was showing to him. Jesus held back what he could have done to the people that was calling them names and spitting on them. But instead, hallelujah, he showed mercy where there was no mercy for him. Not as being judged, but as the Son of God, who will judge the world. See, no one took Jesus' life. He laid it down freely, knowing his Father would raise him up again. I'm almost finished, y'all. I'm on my second point. And my second point is talking about trust the outcome. We know the only way you can trust the outcome is you must be willing to wait on God. Waiting involves patience. Jesus, while on the old rugged cross, made this plea to die for us so that we can live. Jesus, being fully man and fully God, was in the presence of his Father. He trusts his Father, so he takes his last breath and he closed his eyes that day. The people and the soldiers were mean to him, really nasty, yet Jesus pleaded our case before his Father, and he took our place instead so that we might live. Let me be a little creative right here. Jesus said to himself, all my help come from my Father, the creator of heaven and earth. He looked to the heavens, and he thinks back about us, and he said to himself, who would die for people that on Thursday said, blessed is the King, Luke 19:38. We love you. But on Friday, their cry took a different chant. Crucify him. Luke 23:20. Jesus lifted his head to his Father, and his life looked like it was doomed. Do you hear me? But Jesus, come on, y'all. But Jesus said, if I could turn back the hands of time, I'll be back at Thursday when the people loved me, and when I came into the town, they waved their coats at me and they palmed at me and they loved me. But back on Friday. Come on now. I'm back on Friday.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah. They demonstrated that they didn't have the love. Jesus thinking to himself, what happened to love unconditionally? He said, it doesn't matter now. Don't matter now. I'm going all the way. Even if you don't love me, he said, I love you. Hey, I love you. I have come too far to turn around. Jesus, remembering what took place on Thursday, is what caused him to lay his life down on Friday. Can I get an amen? Amen. What happened on Thursday is important, because what happened on Thursday is the reason why he laid down his life on Friday. And because he laid down his life, his Father could get him up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Finally, if you can imagine the Holy One, God, Son, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, would voluntarily switch places with us, who deserve death.
Come on.
But he slid in anyhow.
Yes.
You know, if the devil knew that, he would have never came after Jesus. This emblem of shame has thus become the symbol of our salvation, meaning Jesus as the emblem of our life becomes our salvation. That's why you can't buy it, you can't sell it, and you can't work for it. You have to be a believer. Jesus was at the mercy seat of God. The tearing of the veil, the piercing in the side, the gathering of his clothes, giving him vinegar for water instead, and then laying him in a lonely barn tomb. He took the beat down. You hear me? For us. Somebody know what I'm talking about when I say he took the beat down for us. So you and I could have the right to life forever and never die. I just want to testify, if I can, that I am so glad
Come on now.
When he asked his father to take the cup, because you know he looked in the cup, that he did not come down from that cross. He could have, and I want you to know he should have, but he did not come down. If you get anything out of this, just know he lives, and he lives. And you ask me how I know he lives, because he lives within our hearts. Amen. God, I thank you, and Lord, I praise you. And I ask you, God, to be with every last one of us. Hallelujah. Do this time. In Jesus' name, amen.